Ever notice how some things just seem to have a knack for grabbing the spotlight?
Mm.
We've all fallen down those internet rabbit holes, right?
Yeah.
Exploding blenders,
Yeah.
the ridiculously expensive cheesesteaks,
Right.
those catchy songs you just can't get out of your head.
For sure.
So what's the secret sauce? What
Right.
makes something blow up and everything else just sort of,
Fade away.
yeah.
Fade into obscurity.
Today we're going deep on why things catch on.
Oh, yeah.
Using Jonah Berger's Contagious as our guide.
Yeah, it's easy to kind of chalk it up to luck.
Right.
Just like random chance.
Yeah.
But Berger, he digs deeper,
Okay.
outlining 6 key principles that are kind of like ingredients in a recipe for going viral.
Okay.
And the best part is these principles apply whether we're talking about a product, an idea, or even a behavior.
So it's less about stumbling onto the winning lottery ticket
Hmm.
and more about understanding the mechanics
Yep.
behind those viral hits.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's take that $100 cheesesteak as a prime example.
Okay.
Barclay Prime,
Okay.
a steakhouse in Philadelphia.
I knew it.
They could have just offered another cheesesteak.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But they understood the power of social currency.
Okay. Social currency.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Think of it this way.
Right.
We share things that make us look good,
Okay.
that elevate our social standing.
Okay.
By slapping a hefty price tag on that cheesesteak,
Yeah.
they created a sense of exclusivity.
Okay.
Suddenly, it wasn't just a sandwich.
Right.
It was a status symbol,
Mhm.
something people wanted to be in the know about.
To be seen.
Yes,
And that sparked a media frenzy.
absolutely.
Right.
USA Today,
Wow.
the Wall Street Journal,
Oh, wow.
they were writing about it.
Yeah?
David Letterman had the chef on his show.
Really?
Yeah, this outrageous price tag became a conversation starter,
Mm.
a way for people to signal that they were in the loop
Okay.
of this extravagant,
Yeah.
slightly ridiculous food trend.
So even before the age of Instagrammable food,
Right.
they found a way to make it the talk of the town.
Precisely.
Mm.
And that's a crucial point that Berger emphasizes.
Okay.
While we often fixate on the online world,
Yeah.
those offline conversations, the
Right.
ones we have
With real life?
with friends, family, colleagues, those are still incredibly influential in shaping opinions and driving trends.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're constantly
Yeah.
recommending restaurants, sharing shopping tips, even debating the merits of different vacuum cleaners.
Yeah.
You know, everyday stuff that gets people
You
talking.
get them thinking about those things.
Right.
And that's what Berger argues.
Okay.
He says that we tend to overestimate the impact of online word of mouth because we see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
see it documented on our
Social media.
social media feeds.
Yeah.
But those offline conversations, they're happening all the time.
Yeah, constantly.
Flying under the radar,
Yeah.
subtly shaping our decisions.
Yeah, it's like the hidden engine driving so much of what we talk about and how we perceive the world around us. How do we tap into that,
Right.
both online and off? Berger calls it social currency, right?
Social currency, yeah.
It's about understanding that people share things that make them look good,
Yes.
that enhance their image,
Exactly.
identity.
Think about those speakeasy style bars
Okay.
with the hidden entrances, the exclusivity,
Yeah,
the air of secrecy
right.
makes people feel like they're in the know,
Yeah.
like they're part of an exclusive club.
Yeah.
And that feeling,
Yeah.
it's highly shareable.
Like those limited edition McRib sandwiches. People were going crazy trying to track them down.
Totally.
Posting about it on social media, you know?
Got to get it before it's gone.
Scarcity.
Scarcity
Yeah.
creates urgency and desirability.
Totally.
If something is readily available, it's less exciting.
Right.
But if we think we might miss out,
Yeah.
we're more likely to want it and tell others about it,
Yeah.
boosting its social currency.
And let's not forget about those frequent flyer statuses.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the ones who just...
My friend who wouldn't stop talking about reaching platinum medallion status?
There you go, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Prime example
It's like a...
of how brands leverage game mechanics to create that social currency.
Right?
Those tiers, badges, points,
Yeah.
they tap into our innate desire for achievement,
Totally.
recognition.
We want to,
We want to level up.
show off our progress.
Exactly.
Signal our belonging within a particular group.
It's like we're hardwired
It's like a dopamine.
to crave that little dopamine hit
Yes.
of earning a reward and then, of course,
Sharing it with the world.
sharing it with the world.
Right. But does something need to be inherently remarkable to be shareable?
Yeah.
Can we really make something like, say, a blender go viral.
Oh, you're speaking my language.
This is where Berger's work gets really interesting.
Okay.
He uses the example of Blendtec,
Blendtec.
a company known for, you guessed it,
Blenders.
blenders.
Okay.
They didn't reinvent the blender itself,
Right.
but instead focused on highlighting its
Okay.
inner remarkability.
Inner remarkability.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How do you make a blender the talk of the town?
So they launched this series
Okay.
called Will It Blend,
Will it to blend?
where they put their blenders to the ultimate test,
Okay.
pulverizing everything from golf balls to iPhones.
Wait, they blended iPhones?
Yeah.
Seriously?
It was unexpected,
Oh my God.
visually arresting,
Yeah.
and completely bonkers.
Right.
People couldn't help but share it.
Yeah.
The videos racked up millions of views and gave Blendtec massive exposure,
Wow.
all because they found a way to make a seemingly mundane product
Yeah.
unexpectedly captivating.
That's brilliant marketing.
It is.
They tapped into our curiosity
Yes.
and subverted our expectations.
They did.
So it's not just about being inherently interesting.
Right.
It's about finding that spark
Oh, yeah.
of remarkability, even in the everyday.
Exactly.
Mm.
It's about understanding what makes people tick, what piques their interest and compels them to share.
Right.
And that's where those other principles come into play,
Okay.
and which we'll delve into right after this.
So we've established that sparking conversation is key.
Mm.
But is it as simple as just getting our product or idea in front of people's eyeballs?
Well, it's a good starting point, but there's another layer to consider.
Okay.
Remember those Will It Blend videos we were just talking about?
Yeah.
Their brilliance wasn't just in their unexpectedness,
Okay.
but also in how they leveraged the principle of triggers.
Triggers.
Yeah.
Remind me how those work again.
Think of it this way. Triggers are like mental shortcuts,
Okay.
cues in our environment that bring a particular product or idea to mind.
Okay.
Blendtec didn't just create entertaining content.
Right.
They tapped into our inherent curiosity
Yeah.
about everyday objects and whether they would meet their demise in the face of a powerful blender.
So they made us think, I wonder if that would blend
Exactly.
every time we saw a random object.
They strategically embedded triggers into their content,
Wow.
ensuring that the next time you saw a cell phone
Right.
or a golf ball,
Right.
you might just remember their blender.
Interesting.
And it doesn't have to be so overt.
Okay.
Even subtle cues can influence our choices.
Really?
There were these studies where researchers played French or German music in a supermarket.
Okay, now I'm picturing myself strolling down the grocery aisle, suddenly craving a croissant and a good brie.
That's the power of triggers.
Wow.
The study found that shoppers were more likely to purchase French wine when French music was playing,
Oh, wow.
and German wine when German music was playing.
No way.
The music acted as a subtle cue, subconsciously influencing their preferences.
That is fascinating how easily our brains can be influenced by things. So it's not just about what we consciously see and hear, but also those subtle environmental cues that shape our behavior without us even realizing it.
It happens all the time.
It really does.
Yeah.
And those triggers can even influence our habits.
Oh, absolutely.
Like what?
Think about those cafeteria trays that encourage students to eat more vegetables,
Seriously.
simply by having a slogan printed on them.
A simple slogan made that much of a difference.
It wasn't about being preachy or forceful.
Okay.
The slogan simply said, each and every dining hall tray needs 5 fruits and veggies a day,
Okay.
by associating the tray
Great. An everyday object.
with the message.
Yeah.
They created a subtle trigger, a visual reminder that encouraged healthier choices.
Interesting. Subtle yet effective.
Hmm.
It makes you wonder how many everyday objects could be leveraged in similar ways to nudge people towards positive change.
Yeah, it's a fascinating thought, isn't it?
It is.
But triggers aren't just about promoting good habits.
Mm.
They can also explain why even bad publicity can sometimes be beneficial.
Now that sounds counterintuitive.
Right.
How can negative attention be a good thing?
Think about it. Even negative reviews can increase awareness.
Okay.
If people are talking about something,
Yeah.
even if it's to criticize it,
Right.
it's still top of mind.
Yeah.
Take that book, Fierce People.
Okay.
It received a scathing review in the New York Times,
Ouch.
but its sales skyrocketed afterwards.
Really, because the review, despite being negative,
Yeah.
acted as a trigger, reminding people of the book
Exactly.
and piquing their curiosity.
Precisely. It sparked conversations,
Yeah.
Put the book on people's radar who might not have otherwise heard of it.
Wow, so sometimes any press is good press, huh?
It's a bold strategy, to say the least.
It is. But what about those things we can't help but share?
Well,
Those stories that grab us on a deeper, more emotional level?
yeah.
Those feel different.
You've hit on another crucial element of contagious content: emotion. It's not just about information.
Yeah.
It's about how that information makes us feel.
Right.
When we care, we share.
It's true.
Yeah.
Think about Susan Boyle's viral audition on Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, yeah.
People were moved by her story,
Yeah.
her unexpected talent, and that emotional connection fueled their desire to share it with others.
It's powerful.
It is.
And that emotional resonance is key.
Okay.
It's not just about conveying information.
Yeah.
It's about evoking feelings.
Okay.
Joy,
Yeah.
surprise,
Anger.
anger, even disgust.
Like that United Airlines incident
Oh, yeah.
where a passenger's guitar was damaged
Right.
and his song about the experience went viral.
Yes,
It was fueled by anger and frustration that so many people could relate to.
absolutely.
Yeah.
People were outraged by the airline's, poor customer
Yes.
service
Oh,
and empathized with the passenger's experience.
totally.
The song became an outlet to express their collective frustration and hold the company accountable.
Right. It's a reminder that it's not always about heartwarming stories or feel-good moments.
Right.
Sometimes it's about tapping into those raw, visceral emotions that spark conversation and ignite a desire for change.
Precisely. Strong emotions, whether positive or negative,
Yeah.
create a powerful urge to connect with others,
Yeah.
to share our experiences and find common ground.
Right. We're not alone.
We want to know that we're not alone in how we feel.
Yeah, it's like we're wired for empathy.
We are.
But Berger also talks about this idea of public,
Yeah.
right? Making things visible so they can catch on.
Absolutely. Even the most remarkable idea or product needs an audience. If people can't see it, they can't share it.
It's true.
Think back to the early days of the iPod and those iconic white headphones.
Oh, yeah. Those were everywhere.
Exactly. They became a symbol of coolness,
Right.
a visual shorthand for being part of a tech-savvy,
Yeah,
music-loving tribe.
totally.
And because they were so visually distinct,
Yeah,
they advertised
I
themselves.
did.
You could see how many people were using iPods, and that social proof made others want to join in.
So it's not just about the product itself,
Right.
but about how it's presented to the world, how it becomes a visible part of the cultural landscape.
Yes, and a great example of this is Movember.
Movember.
Yeah.
You mean those mustaches that pop up every November?
Exactly.
Okay.
They took a cause,
Okay.
men's health awareness,
Right.
which could have been seen as private
Yeah.
or even taboo,
Yeah.
and made it publicly visible.
Yeah.
Those mustaches act as walking billboards,
They do.
sparking conversations and raising awareness in a way that a private donation never could.
That's amazing. It's like a social movement built on facial hair.
It is.
It's brilliant, really, but let's talk about something we can all relate to.
What?
That urge to share something genuinely useful with others.
Yes.
Like, I gotta tell you about this.
This is Berger's principle of practical value at play.
Okay. Practical value.
We love to help others
Yes.
by sharing helpful tips.
Mm.
Good deals, life hacks, anything that makes their lives a little bit easier or better.
Right, like that video demonstrating the clean ears every time. Corn shucking trick.
There you go.
I share that with everyone I know.
Exactly. People passed it along because it was genuinely helpful.
Right.
And that's a key driver of practical value.
Okay.
Does this information save people time, money,
Right.
or make their lives easier in some way?
Right. It's like that inner drive to be the hero,
Yeah.
the one with all the advice.
Exactly.
Like, I'm here to help.
And it doesn't have to be complicated.
Okay.
Think about those limit 3 per customer signs at the grocery store.
Oh, those always make me think I'm missing out on something.
That's the point.
Really?
By restricting availability,
Okay.
they create a sense of scarcity,
Yeah.
making the product seem more valuable and desirable.
Right.
We're more likely to buy it and tell our friends about it
Right.
because we don't want them to miss out either.
Scarcity, it strikes again. It seems like such a simple tactic, but it's clearly incredibly effective.
It is.
But we've got one more principle to cover.
One more.
Stories.
Stories.
We all love a good story.
We do.
Wait.
Stories are powerful because they're vessels that carry information
Okay.
and make it memorable.
Okay.
Think about the story of Jared from Subway.
The guy who lost a ton of weight eating Subway sandwiches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a weight loss testimonial.
Right.
It was a story about overcoming obstacles,
Yeah.
about transformation.
Right.
It resonated with people because it gave them hope
Mm.
and connected with their own desires for change.
So stories help us make sense of the world,
They do.
learn from others' experiences, and feel a sense of connection.
Precisely. And that's what makes them so contagious.
Right.
But the key is to ensure that the story is relevant to the message you're trying to convey.
Like those panda cheese commercials with the man in the panda suit.
Yes,
They're hilarious.
they are.
But they also always make me want cheese.
Those are a brilliant example of how to integrate a brand into a story in a way that's both memorable and relevant.
Right.
The panda is an integral part of the narrative,
It is.
so you can't tell the story without mentioning the brand.
So it's not just about slapping a logo on something.
Yeah.
It's about weaving the brand into the very fabric of the story.
Exactly. It's about creating a story that's so engaging and memorable that people can't help but share it and the brand along with it.
Right.
We've covered a lot of ground here,
Right.
from social currency and triggers to the power of emotion, public visibility, practical value, and the magic of storytelling.
It's true. It's a lot. It's like a whole new way of looking at why things catch on.
It is.
But before we get too carried away crafting our own viral masterpieces,
Oh, okay.
I'm curious to hear more about what you mentioned earlier, that it's not just about getting people talking. It's about what they're saying.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Berger calls this valuable virality,
Okay.
ensuring that the buzz generated actually benefits the brand or product.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
A catchy jingle or a funny meme might get people talking, but if it doesn't connect back to the brand in a meaningful way,
Right.
it's all for naught.
Exactly. A viral moment is just that, a moment.
Right.
The real magic happens when that moment translates into lasting brand affinity,
Mm.
a genuine connection that goes beyond a fleeting laugh or a shared meme.
So how do we make sure the buzz we generate is actually,
Yeah.
valuable? Right.
Right.
Like, I imagine there are cautionary tales
Yeah.
of viral fame that didn't exactly translate into lasting success.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
What comes to mind?
think about that guy who jumped into the Olympic pool
Oh, yeah.
during the diving
You
competition,
said the Olympics, yeah.
wearing a goldenpalace.com swimsuit.
Oh, right.
It was a wild stunt that got people talking.
It did. It did.
But did it benefit the casino?
I don't even remember what that is.
Exactly.
Right. People were too busy focusing on the prank itself, the security breach, the sheer audacity of it all. The website on his swimsuit became an afterthought.
Give a footnote.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story and the brand,
Didn't really connect.
you weren't meaningfully connected.
Yeah.
It's like those avian roller babies commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Adorable babies, catchy music,
I love this.
millions of views.
So cute.
But did anyone walk away thinking, I need to buy some Evian water?
Probably not.
The brand got lost in the spectacle.
Right. It's a good reminder that virality, for virality's sake, can be fleeting.
Yeah.
So how do we create that lasting connection?
Right.
How do we make sure the story sticks to the brand long after people have scrolled past that initial post or video?
So that's where storytelling prowess meets strategic branding.
Okay.
Think about Dove's Evolution video.
Okay.
It wasn't just a clever ad. It was a powerful commentary on unrealistic beauty standards.
Right.
A conversation that was already happening.
Yeah.
And they seamlessly wove their brand into that narrative.
It made people think critically about the issue
Yes.
and about Dove's message of real beauty.
Exactly.
It sparked conversations that went beyond the video itself,
Right.
creating a lasting impact.
Precisely.
Okay.
That's valuable virality in action. A story that's both shareable and beneficial to the brand,
Right.
ensuring that the brand remains top of mind even after the initial buzz has faded.
It's like planting a seed that glows into something meaningful and lasting,
Yes.
shaping the way people perceive and connect with the brand.
Oh, really?
We've covered so much ground in this deep dive.
We have.
From those subtle triggers that shape our choices to the power of stories that stay with us long after we've heard them.
It's amazing how much influence
It is.
these things have on us, right?
It really is. And the most exciting part is that these principles can be applied to anything.
Anything.
Marketing campaigns,
Yeah.
product launches,
Social movements.
social movements, even our personal interactions.
The way we talk to our kids.
Right. Wow.
Our spouses.
Yeah.
Our friends, yeah.
It's about understanding what makes people tick, what captures their attention. Mm-hmm.
And compels them to share. And then using that knowledge to create something truly contagious.
And remember,
Okay.
the real magic happens when you combine these principles,
Okay.
crafting stories that are remarkable,
Okay.
Triggering,
Yeah.
emotionally resonant,
Publicly visible,
publicly visible.
practically valuable,
Yes.
and above all,
Above all,
genuinely meaningful.
genuinely meaningful.
It's about understanding the power we all have to spark conversation,
You do?
to shape perceptions,
Yes.
and create lasting connections.
It's incredible, yeah.
So the next time you encounter something that's captured the world's attention,
Mm-hmm.
take a moment to consider which of these principles are at play.
Yeah, just be aware.
You might be surprised by what you discover.
You might.
Who knows?
Never know.
Maybe you'll be the one to create the next viral sensation.
Wouldn't that be something?
Until next time, keep those brains buzzing.
Hmm.
And remember, the most important stories are the ones worth sharing.